Welcome to the K9RMR repeater system net on Tuesday at 7:30 with JCARA 73.
Welcome to the N9JWR repeater system, PL tone 103.5, Edinburgh in Shelby County. Have a great day, 73.
WR repeater system net on Tuesday at 7:30 with JCARA 73.
Link on.
Begin on these frequencies in approximately 4 minutes. KB90 FM. RA repeater system KC9PIE. The time is 7:25 p.m. BQNet. This is the Jennings County Weekly Amateur Radio Net. Our transmitter site is located in Scipio, Indiana on the WWWY Broadcasting Tower, courtesy of the White River Broadcasting Company. Net control for this session is KB90FN, and my name is Randy. Stations with emergency or priority traffic may interrupt this net at any time. The net meets every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. local on the KC9PIE 14525, KC9TME 442975, and the N9JWR Edinburgh repeater 443.025, PL 103.5. Membership in any group is not required for participation, and all check-ins are always welcome. When you check into the net this evening, please indicate your name, your call sign phonetically, please, and your location. If the repeaters happen to fail, we'll move over to the 442975 or any remaining repeater or 147.585 simplex with assistance. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone that our friends down at the Scott County group is conducting testing on Saturday, June 12th at 11 a.m. That's Saturday, June 12th, 11 a.m. That's at the Pacala Center, and that is on the southeast corner of the square located in downtown Scottsburg. If you need more information, you can contact me by email, kb90fn@gmail.com, or wr9g@wr9g.net. Also like to remind everyone, if you can't make it to a radio, you can always check in on Facebook, and we had a check-in tonight from Facebook, so we'll give a honorable mention to Dave over in Uniontown, N9VFS. Dave, if you're listening, thank you for checking in on the Facebook. We're going to have our upcoming work detail. It has not been scheduled yet, but in order to have the Mighty 525 and the TME repeater up there about 425 feet, on the WWWY Tower there on State Road 7 in just north of North Vernon. We have to do annual grounds maintenance, so that is all the tower guideline cages need to have weed eaters run through them, and general mowing of the property. Typically, Gene of K9RLC handles the mowing on the large scale, but we turn out with weed eaters and knock that out real fast. So we'll announce the date on that as it comes up, and everyone's welcome. My usual promise, if more than 6 people show up, I'll buy the pizza. All right, that covers it for me. I'm considering linking up the repeaters tonight with the Columbus group. That's the 14679 PL 103.5 at, I believe it's 8:30. I'll double check on that. And I'd like to link all 3 repeaters. So if Jerry is listening, take that as your hint. And the 525 will be linked in this time instead of just the 440. I want to run a test on the timeout timers to make sure that I can get them reset, and we can run a link up without worrying about the timeout timer. So that's it for me. Do we have any stations that have information, traffic, or questions for the net? CJT. N9CJT. No, go ahead, sir.
Wrote a short letter to a ham, a new ham, which I think is worth sharing to the group. Would it be okay if I do that now?
Yes, because we always want to roll out the red carpet for the new hams until we get to know them and can properly abuse them. Just kidding. Yes, Noel, thank you for taking the time to do that. Let's go ahead and share that with the net.
Well, I'll use Town A and Town B instead of the names of the towns. But anyway, it reads, congratulations on obtaining your technician class license in the amateur radio service. I hope that it will provide you with many years of enjoyment and that you will be able to become involved, as I did, with the emergency preparedness and public service aspects of the hobby. Break for reset. Paragraph reads, the National Traffic System, parentheses NTS, a nationwide message relay system formalized by the American Radio Relay League in 1949, has passed several messages for you which have proved to be undeliverable. We've been told that you have moved to Town B, but the Federal Communications Commission still lists you in Town A. If you have time and interest, it would help your fellow ham radio operators to deliver successfully any future NTS messages for you if you would update your address with the FCC and or log into QRZ.com to provide a source for your FCC registered email address if we cannot contact you on the Town B 2-meter repeater. None of us know what the future holds, and someday a message for you could reflect a true emergency. Again, congratulations. I look forward to hearing you on the air. 7-3, and it's signed by me. N9CJT back to net control, and thanks, Randy.
Absolutely, no. And well put, and well said with a great intention. It serves as a reminder that we should keep our license information up to date because, as you well put, there is no guarantee as to what the future holds, and you would certainly regret not being able to get a valuable piece of traffic had it needed to be gotten to you and wasn't able to do so. So thanks, Noel. Anyone else with any traffic information or comments for the net? Alrighty, got my pen warmed up. Let's go ahead and start short time check-ins. This also serves as our Aries Races net, which is part of our emergency preparedness that we are dedicated to here in Jennings County. And so we'd like to turn those numbers in every month and like to keep them as high as we can, and kind of a competitive thing. So sorry about that, but I am a male and I do have some competitive spirit. So let's go Alpha through November 8th through in. Short.
Kilo Charlie 9, Mike Victor Kilo. With Tim Seymour, short time, no comment.
In Little York. Stand by, had a double there, and I wasn't ready for that double. So let's all take a pause for a moment. But I'll admit it, I'm bad with call signs, so go ahead there.
Yeah, sorry about that. K9RMR, Joey, here in Little York.
Okay, I wanted to give you your 15 minutes of fame there, Joey. Thanks for bringing that back to me. Alrighty, and we'll go back to short time check-ins off of November.
Kilo 9er, Bravo, Sierra Charlie, David, North Vernon, short time, no traffic.
K9 EFN, this is WR9G, Stephen Austin, no traffic. Thanks for all you do, Randy.
Kilo Delta 9, Sierra India Lima, air in North Vernon.
Kilo Delta 9, Golf Uniform, Victor, Greg of Scottsburg. Short time, no traffic tonight, Randy. Have a good evening.
Steve in Westport, short time, no information. Thanks, Randy.
Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Victor Papa, Ryan, Elizabethtown, short time, no traffic.
Okay, Brian, was that Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Victor Papa? Did I get that correct?
That's correct. Over.
Thank you. Anyone else?
November 9, X-ray, Foxtrot, Seymour, no traffic.
All right, welcome to the net, X-ray, Foxtrot. That is either a changed call or a new call, but I need your name there. And thanks for stopping in.
Name is Tony.
All right, thank you, Tony. I'll I'll take a short break here and revamp the list here. So we had N9VFS checking in on social media. That's Dave in Uniontown. We had N9NVK, Rick over in Seymour, number 1 spot again. Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Whiskey Oscar. Joey, thank you for repeating that for me. I know it was you, but I wanted to get everyone else to hear it. Little York, Kilo 9 Bravo Sierra Charlie. David, thank you, sir, for checking in from North Vernon. WR9G, Steve in Austin, thanks for everything you guys do down there in Austin. KD9SEL, Aaron, appreciate your support, and thanks for coming in tonight. KD9GUV, Greg in Scottsburg, hope things are seeing more clearly for you now. Thanks for stopping in. KD9RUY, Steve in Westport, that might be a new call for me. Kilo Delta 9 RVP, Brian over in E-Town, you're sounding good tonight, along with N9XXF. I like that call. Tony from over in Seymour. Anyone else for a short time check-in, Alpha through November? Short time check-ins, November through Zulu. This is the Jennings County Weekly Amateur Radio Net.
Whiskey 9, Delta Bravo Alpha, W9 DBA, Scott and Bean Blossom, Brown County. Can I get the date for the shower cleanup again?
Well, you could if I would have given it, but we have not scheduled it yet. It won't be this Saturday. We're thinking about maybe the following Saturday, of course, weather permitting. So that would be June 11th, or excuse me, that's Friday, June 12th. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll make an announcement next week when we can get things confirmed.
W9 DBA, thanks.
Absolutely, Scott. Thank you for your interest and love the reverb. Anyone else? November through Z, short time check-in.
KJ9Q, Gerald in Uniontown, short time, no comments. Thanks, Randy.
Kilo 9 Romeo Mike Romeo. Repeat, K9RMR, Randall and Rueff, Taylorsville, Bartholomew County. Good evening, Randy, and everybody on the net this evening.
I am going to link this entire system up to the Bartholomew County net tonight, and you might try listening on the 443.025 and let us have an opportunity to see how it sounds into the link there, if you don't mind. Blossom, Brown County. Thanks for stopping in, Scott. KJ9Q, Gerald over there in Uniontown. Thanks for everything that you do for all of our fellow amateur radio operators. Gerald is the unofficial tech support guy. And anyone else, November through Zulu? There, so you're extra welcome, and we have this net every Tuesday at 7:30 on these repeaters. And you're always welcome to stop in. Any questions or comments, you can always email us, kb90fn@gmail.com. So any call sign at all for short time Alpha through Zulu. This is Jennings County Weekly Amateur Radio Net, and I should ID KB90FN. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you taking time out of your night and helping us get the numbers up here. We do appreciate it greatly, and we'll be back next week. Good Lord willing. We'll go to regular check-ins now. These are people that would like to fill us in with a little bit more about what's going on in their corner of the world, ham radio related or not. So we'll go regular check-ins, A through N.
November 9, India Charlie Victor, Chris and Franklin, good evening.
WI9LL, Will and Madison.
N9IDC, November 9, India Delta Charlie, Robert, in good old Osgood.
Kilo Bravo 9, Delta Oscar, Earl, Canaan, no traffic.
Okay, so far I got N9ICV on that ICOM, W9ILL, and N9IDC, KB9DDO, and we'll take the rest of the alpha now. Any station anywhere, A through Z.
This is WB9 U.S.A, Jennings.
Alpha through Zulu, A through C. Chris over there at Franklin. fun. I guess you're on the job site on the 706 Mark II-G. Sounding good tonight, Chris. How are things going in ICV?
Good evening, Randy, and everyone else on the N9ICV. Yep, you nailed it. Yep, I'm on the job, and yes, I'm on the ICOM. I couldn't leave home without it. And as for my latest report, this thing's still working as good as ever. And in an unfortunate twist of events over the weekend, I have to make a road trip up to the Great Lakes, state of Michigan, for another dag-blasted funeral. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those. I guess the weather kind of sets the tone for it right about now. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to you, and thank you for grabbing me up. N9ICV.
I'm real sorry to hear about your loss, and prayers go out to the family, and you included. So that's how we know we're getting older. And let's just say that let's keep that at a standstill for a while. Let's go over Will. Haven't heard from Will in a while at W9ILL. It's great to hear you on the radio, Will.
It's good to hear everybody here. Thanks, Randy, for running the net. It's been a while. I don't think I've checked in since we were back at our house over in Audubon, which we sold. And now we've moved in with Mom, and I've been renovating Dad's old shack, and that's where I'm coming at you from now. I don't know if I've been on the net since I've been here or not. I may have once or twice. Anyway, not a whole lot else going on here. We're just helping Mom with a lot of jobs around here, and she ran off to Virginia on vacation for a couple weeks and left us with a list. So we're running around here getting some work done, and yeah, just trying to make do, and just kind of waiting out the COVID thing, and listening to the bugs chirping in the trees, and yeah, just getting little things done around here. That's about it. I'll hand it back to you, Randy.
All right, buddy. Well, that radio's sounding real good. It's got great audio and full on-scale signal there. And well, bless you for taking care of Mom. I'm glad she was able to get out and about a little bit. So enjoy that while you can. They won't be here forever. So thanks again for checking in, Will. Great to hear from you. Haven't heard. There's another one we haven't heard from in a while. Over in he gets the award for that portion of our coverage area tonight, all the way over to Osgood, Ripley County. Robert in 9IDC. What gives?
Evening, Randy, and everybody here on the net. Yeah, it's been a while since I've checked in. Been busy at work. As you all know, March was very busy. May, when turned around and had a mandatory exercise almost equivalent to March. And just been a lot of everything going on, just even around the house, trying to get spring cleaning done and trying to upgrade my license. Got a Kenwood TS440S I've been listening to. Just opening bands will open up soon, especially around the 10 meter, and get to use it up there. And but it's been fun so far. But right now, just working on trying to upgrade my license. That's about it for right now. And Earl, every time you get on that radio, I just get so much joy out of it. I really do, truthfully. It just warms up my heart. Back to you, Randy.
Yep, I love to hear Earl, and good to hear you too, Robert. Sounding good over there from Osgood tonight. No problem getting into the machine. But you guys got a pretty good straight shot over from there, so I would expect no less from the N9IDC. Let's go over to Earl. Good evening, Earl. You got the boat out tonight to get out in the yard. It's been raining quite a little bit over here in Floyd County.
I don't know if you call KB9DDO.
Yep, wake up. The phone's ringing there, Earl. What's going on over there in Canaan tonight?
Oh, I just kind of relaxing there. Had a wonderful day there. A good holiday, and like I said on the internet, the boy come and put, see, there's a middle, I'll call it the middle boy there. Big deer there, and then mowed some of the yard, and yeah, I just had a great evening there with that family, so had a good day today there, kind of just got me a little hot soup there to tide over there from supper, and
work, and we appreciate you taking time to stop by here as well. And glad you got to spend some time with the family. Nothing like that. It's good stuff. Let's see. I misplaced my paper. There it is. WB9 U.S.A. Good evening, Kurt.
Hi, Randy. Everybody on the net. I'm supposed to check on Earl tonight. On the Lawrenceburg net there, they told me to check on Earl. I'm glad to hear him. So I've checked on him. Not much going on here. It's been sprinkling, not real hard, but just enough to make everything sloppy so you can't do anything outside. Had a pretty good weekend. Did some cleaning, cleaned out a shed, and now I'm trying to get rid of everything. Most of it's trash, so you know where that's going to go. Looking forward to our meeting. We got one coming up next week. Actually a real meeting. So hope everybody shows up for that. And I guess with that, I'll just pass on the 73s, everybody, and hope to see you next week. This is WB9 U.S.A.
All right, Kurt. Well, don't go to that meeting today because I have a question for you. What day is today? Today is June 1st, and it's Tuesday.
June 1st is Tuesday. That's today?
USL. You were missed.
Oh, my gosh.
Indeed, I could make it up. I have an early morning rollout, so Jerry and Gene were there. They held just a quick short meeting. There wasn't too much to cover at this point anyway.
I don't know. Everything has been so hectic around here lately with remodeling the apartment. And just everything's been a whirlwind. I'm not quite sure what day it is and where the week has gone.
I got you, because we have one surgeon that works on Monday and a different one on Tuesday, and I was doing surgery calculations when I first walked in at 6:30 this morning, and turned a couple of them over to be reviewed by my partner, and they said, and they did the same thing to me. What day is today? I said, well, it's Monday. And they go, no, it's Tuesday. So you're not the only one in that boat.
I'm glad somebody else is. My apologies. This is WB9 U.S.A. I'm going to go QRT and go to bed.
All right, it will be the first Tuesday of the month. Next month, let's just go make sure that's not July 4th. No, that'll be July 6th. So after the holiday weekend next month, we'll look forward to seeing you there. And maybe some other things to cover between now and then. All right, buddy, you be safe and get that trash all cleaned out. All right, we're at the bottom of the list, so just a reminder, I was going to link up all 3 repeaters tonight to the Bartholomew County group. So if you hear the repeater taken over by them, I want to test out some timeout timer changes that I made during that. So during Skywarn, they tend to get pretty long-winded, and I had some issues with it timing out. So we're going to run a test on that tonight. Anyone else want to check in before we clear the net? This is KB90FN with the Jennings County Amateur Radio Net. Any station, anywhere. Any questions, comments, or anyone else like to check in?
N9 JWR, Jerry, Elizabethtown.
Good evening, Jerry. I think you just found out what happened to Kurt.
Yeah, that's okay. Other than the Sunday's agenda and then also the tower maintenance, that's pretty much about it, really. Just like to say hi to everybody and also to you, Randy. Thanks for doing the net as usual. You do a really super good job. Hope your YL gets better as you take care of her. Other than that, enjoying a little bit of the nice weather, Monday especially. Had a lot of good weather there yesterday, and it's just super wonderful. Couldn't ask for anything better, especially for a good motorcycle ride. But other than that, that's about all I got to say. Hope to see everybody next month on the 6th. Maybe we'll go from there. Talk to you later. 73 to everybody, and have a super good evening. Back to Net Control, N9 JWR.
Roger. Appreciate you and everything that you do for the group as well, Jerry. It's a valuable asset. So before we clear off, any other stations anywhere?
K9RMR just made it in here just in time, sounds like.
All right, K9RMR, thank you. You're going to fill us in on what's going on in your part of the world?
Busy, busy, busy. Like always. Getting a little bit of rain now.
Yep, same here. If you didn't hear the announcement, I believe the Bartholomew net, I'll have all three repeaters linked in for just a little bit. Ford machine and Jerry's 443.025, load them all in. I made some changes to the timeout timer so that it won't drop out in case they get long-winded on any of the nets. So thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it, and keep busy, but take time to relax. Anyone else anywhere?
Welcome to the N9JWR repeater system. PL tone 103.5. Edinburgh and Shelby County. Have a great day. 73.
The meeting did happen tonight. I just showed up too late. That was correct, right?
The meeting did happen tonight, and you might even try checking in on the radio sometimes. If you make plans on coming over there. It was a very short meeting. We had limited attendance and not very much of an agenda.
Yeah, board banquet. I got there about 7:20. I just wanted to confirm that my count is not wrong.
It is not wrong. And did you have my cell phone number?
I don't think so.
Are you in a position to copy?
Give me 1 minute.
Everybody else in southern Indiana has that number, and so do just about 90% of our patients, so I'm not concerned about it. Through the joy of caller ID, very frankly, very usually don't get pranked. So I just like to make that number available in case anyone ever hears the weather net come up or have questions or something's going on with the repeater. I don't always check my email, but I will respond to the cell phone. And if you abuse it too much, I will hunt you down.
Give them hell, Randy. It's okay. And I see it. I'm prepared to copy.
Okay, I lived in Indy most of my life, so it's a different area code. It's 317. So 317-445-5060. So if you ever get over there, you have any questions, or anybody really, copy it down. Any questions, just text me. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. So 317-445-5060.
Thank you. K9SIL handing it back.
Roger, sorry we missed you tonight, and thanks for making the effort. And maybe it'll be a little bit longer. We've got a couple things to cover at the next meeting. Anyone else, anywhere?
This is N9LGO, Kevin, over in Elizabethtown.
K9LHF, Kilo Delta 9, Lima, Hotel Foxtrot. Mike in Charlestown.
Pretty good. I'm glad we ran that out. We got to pick up a couple extra call signs. All right, N9LGO, what's going on over in... you're in Bartholomew County, aren't you?
Corner of Bartholomew, Jackson, and Jennings, so we can watch all three of them. We're not doing nothing, just sitting here acting like we ain't got a lick of sense talking on this radio. Hope everybody has a good week coming up. Hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day holiday and remembered all the veterans that gave their life for us. So y'all have a good one. N9LGO will be clear.
Alrighty, yeah, I do appreciate all the veterans. A lot of veterans in my family, most of them were honorably discharged. And let's go over to K9LHF. Mike over in Charlestown. I'm going to have the Bartholomew County net logged in here in a little bit if you want to try to hit that.
Late attendance here. I was just pushed myself away from the supper table. But no, not a whole lot going on. I had a great weekend. Been rebuilding a rotor for what I hope to put up a hex beam later on this summer for 6 through 20. So other than that, not a whole lot going on here. Just dodging a few raindrops. With that, I'll turn it back to you, K9LHF monitoring.
Roger, sounding good from Charlestown over here tonight, all the way up to Scipio, and then back over here to Floyd County. So we took the long way. Anyone else Alpha through November? Or Alpha through Zulu? There with any of the more popular nets. So this is the humble KB90FN thanking everyone for stopping by this evening, and we will get the repeater tied up here in a little bit with the Bartholomew County net running a link test. This is KB90FN saying thanks for everyone for attending, and we'll see you next week, 7:30.
Skywarn, link on.
K9OPL, you made it in that time, Randy.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. Have a little bit of difficulty on 440 all the way down here, so we're on the 525. Thanks. And we'll leave the link up for a little bit to participate in a test for the net. KB90FN.
To that, K9OPL, standing by.
You get a message from Randy that he was going to link 4 repeaters tonight. 9CJT. Is wanting to do some testing, which will involve linking 145.25, 442.7 something, I can't remember, and 443.025, all with the Columbus repeater for our net this evening. He's wanting to test hang times and timeouts and that sort of thing.
Okay, well, I'll be aware of that as we proceed then. Thank you.
K9RMR, it announced about 5 to 7 minutes ago that it was linked. So if it's still linked, I'm not sure, but it announced that it was linked about 5 to 7 minutes ago.
Okay, just for Randy's information, the 442.975 repeater is not getting all the information, or at least it was not. I would hear occasional tiny pieces of what Joe had to say over there before I came over here. So there still may be some fine-tuning needed. And 9CJT standing by.
Microsecond delay chunk timer on the 440 machine, and that's one of the things I'm looking at tonight, so I appreciate that.
K9OPL and 9CJT, got a sec, Joe?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Noel.
I'd like to read a letter on the net tonight. It's a letter I wrote to a relatively new ham, making some important points, and it's just general education and a plea for him to update his address and email so that National Traffic System can get info to him. And I'm wondering, would that be an announcement, or would that be general comments, or where would you like that? Over.
Well, I guess general comments would be fine. Either way would be all right, but I don't know. I guess put it with comments.
At a 9CJT. See you then.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Noel. K9OPL. This is K9OPL, Kilo Alpha 9, Oscar Papa Lima. My name is Joe, located in Columbus, Bartholomew County. This net meets every Tuesday evening beginning at 8:30 p.m.
local time on the Columbus Amateur Radio Club 2-meter repeater, operating on a frequency of 146.79 megahertz, using a minus offset and a PL tone of 103.5 hertz. Net meets for the purpose of passing traffic, promoting good fellowship among amateur radio operators, and practicing net procedures. This is a directed net. Please address all communication through net control. Once again, net control this evening is K9OPL, Kilo Alpha 9, Oscar Papa Lima. Before we begin, do we have anyone holding emergency or priority traffic? Words break, and I will assist you at that time with your emergency. Do we have any non-emergency routine type traffic? FCC assigned call sign using plain English as well as in ITU phonetics. And give your name, please. Before we begin taking check-ins, do we have anyone who would like to give an announcement this evening? Please call Net Control.
Net Control, this is Whiskey 9 Delta Bravo Alpha W9 DBA, Scott over in Brown County. I have an announcement.
Any others, and then we'll come back to Scott. Some repeater linking with KB9EFN. Linking some repeaters for every so often test, usually it's once a month, to check the ability to link these repeaters together in southern Indiana. W9DBA, go ahead with your announcement, please.
Thursday evening, 7:30 p.m. on the Brown County repeater, 147.300. The PL tone of 136.5. All amateur radio operators in Brown and surrounding counties are welcome and encouraged to participate. This is W9DBA, back to Net Control.
Okay, thank you, Scott. The repeater ID got you at the very beginning there, but I'll just repeat that it's Thursday evening at 7:30 on the Brown County repeater that Scott was mentioning, the BC Aries, or the Brown County Aries net. I'll get it right one of these days. BC Aries net is tomorrow night at 7:30 on this repeater. This is K9OPL, and let's begin by, we'll move on and take stations who would like to be short time. If you choose to check in short time, I'll take your check-in, but will not call you for comments later. Those who would like to be short time, please call now.
November 9, Lima Golf Oscar, Kevin, Elizabethtown.
N9 QBS, November 9er, Quebec, Bravo, Sierra, Dave, Columbus.
November 9, Victor, Delta Uniform, N9 VDU, short time, no traffic.
K9RMR, Joy, short time, no traffic. Delta 9, Lima Hotel Foxtrot, Mike Charlestown, short time, no traffic.
There was one in there that I didn't quite get. Let's see, N9LGO, N9QBS, N9VDU, I believe KA9LHF, Lima Hotel Foxtrot, I believe. And there was another station, I kind of got part of you, but I didn't get you, so please repeat.
K9RWO, Joy, Sharon Road, York, no comment.
Romeo, Whiskey, Oscar, did I get you?
Yeah, K9RWO, Joy, Sharon Road, York.
Okay, I down. Any other short time?
9 Quebec, Victor, Oscar, N9 QVO, Dave, Shelby County.
I heard heard another one, but you didn't come through.
This is Kilo Delta 9 Lima Hotel Foxtrot. K9 LHF. Mike and Charlestown.
Delta 9 Lima Hotel Foxtrot. Okay, I think I had you before and I had your call incorrect, I think.
Roger, roger.
This is K9OPL.
WB9SMC, Whiskey Bravo 9, Sierra Mike Charlie Dawn, Columbus. King Joe in the group.
Carl in North Vernon, no comments.
Again.
Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Whiskey November. Be Carl in North Vernon.
Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Whiskey November, is that correct?
Sir.
Okay, any other short time? Sung Siren. Any other short time stations? On the South Central Area Net Columbus Amateur Radio Club 2-meter repeater. We do have some others linked in with us this evening, and welcome to all of you. I'm going to move on to regular check-ins, and I'm start with stations suffixes beginning with the letters Alpha through Hotel, please. Come now.
Kilo 9er, Bravo Sierra Charlie, David in North Vernon, short time, no traffic.
Good evening, Joe, from N9CJT, November 9 Charlie, Juliet Tango, Knoll in Bartholomew County.
North Vernon station, I got Kilo 9 Bravo question mark Charlie, didn't get the second letter.
Kilo 9er, Bravo Sierra Charlie.
9 Bravo Sierra Charlie, gotcha. And I got Knoll. Any others? Alpha through Hotel, please. Let's go with suffixes India through Romeo.
Control, this is N9ICV, November 9, India Charlie Victor, Chris, Johnson County.
KD9QPN, Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Papa, November.
Bravo, this is Matt in Columbus.
Very good. Thank you, gentlemen, for using your phonetics. And 9ICV, India Charlie Victor, Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Papa, November, Whiskey 9, Mike Whiskey Bravo. Any others, India through Romeo?
N9, November, Foxtrot, Paul in Columbus.
If I got you, Paul, you were kind of bouncing in and out, but I know who you are, so I got you. Let's go the entire alphabet, alphabet through Zulu for check-ins, please.
KD9SMH, Kilo Delta 9, Sierra Mike Hotel, Chris, Bartholomew County.
KD9, Sierra Mike Hotel, got you, Chris. Anyone else? Alpha through Zulu for check-ins.
N9PUP, November 9, Papa United, Papa, Greg, Bartholomew County.
Begin comments. Anyone, anywhere. Alpha through Zulu. We had a handful of the short time stations, which I will skip over, and those of you who are still by, thank you for checking in short time. You may secure or stick around and listen. Go back to the top of the regulars list, Kilo 9 Bravo Sierra Charlie. Your turn for comments.
I intended to put myself in as a short time, but I appreciate the holler out. I'm going to go ahead and 73 and back out of here because I'm driving. But thank you for the heads up. Kilo 9 Bravo Sierra Charlie, clear.
Okay, thank you very much. Got you in there, and thanks for checking in. November 9, Charlie Juliet Tango. No, your turn.
Thanks, Joe. I do have several comments. The first one is I'm going to read a letter that I wrote to a ham somewhere in the 50-mile radius, or maybe a little more. A new ham, and I think the points in the letter may be useful to the newer people on frequency. It says, congratulations on obtaining your technician class license in the amateur radio service. I hope that it will provide you with many years of enjoyment and that you'll be able to become involved, as I did, with the emergency preparedness and public service aspects of the hobby. The National Traffic System, NTS, a nationwide message relay system formalized by the American Radio Relay League in 1949, has passed several messages for you which have proved to be undeliverable. We have been told that you have moved to unmentioned Town B, but the Federal Communications Commission still lists you in unmentioned Town A. If you have time and interest, it would help your fellow ham radio operators to deliver successfully any future NTS messages for you if you would update your address with the FCC and or log into QRZ.com to provide a source for your FCC registered email address if we cannot contact you on the unmentioned Town B 2-meter repeater. None of us know what the future holds, and someday a message for you could reflect a true emergency. Again, congratulations. I look forward to hearing you on the air. That's the end of the letter. And for Randy's information, we do have an audio balance problem among the 4 repeaters. Those stations who insist on running their microphone gain at the top of the limit simply distort almost too much through the linked system to be understood. So that's one reason why Joe was having trouble. It's both the station transmitting and the level of the linked repeater into this system that are creating the difficulties. Either one by itself might not be a problem, but together they are a problem. So there you go, Randy. Hope that's useful. And I yield to Net Control at 9CJT. Thanks.
This is K9OPL Net Control. Thank you, Noel. Good information, good letter. That's useful for everybody to keep in mind. It is important that we have good information out there, especially with the FCC where your license is registered. But anytime anyone wants to try to give you a valid message or contact you for a valid reason, or just for fun, it's good if there's a reasonable way to get a hold of you accurately. November 9, India Charlie Victor. Good signal down here. Your turn for comments.
Yeah, good evening, Net Control, and those that are all on the net. I just wanted to pop in, give you another check-in for this week, and keep it going to the best of my ability. Unfortunately, in the twist of events, I get to drive up to Detroit later this week and attend another funeral. Yeah, I know. Sooner or later, my day's going to come too, so I might as well get used to it. Turn it back over to you, sir, and thank you for the signal report. Greatly appreciated. And 9ICV.
Okay, well, thank you very much for checking in and joining us this evening. Have a safe trip up and back. And always have a radio with you is always a good idea, too. Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Papa, November. Mike, good evening.
K9OPL, this is KD9QPN, Mike in Bartholomew County. I managed to kind of squirt the microphone out of my hands earlier, and by the time I had fumbled it twice and recovered, the next caller was already in. So just enjoying a somewhat quiet Tuesday evening after a
nice long weekend, but played a little over the weekend with solar power panel and new lithium iron phosphate battery and charge controller, etc. So I think I can power my radio now away from the nasty sine wave type voltage, and then get playing around with getting everything packed up in a kit and hopefully all ready for doing something fun on field day anyway, or maybe just some parks on the air kind of stuff. But that's about all I've got. Looking forward to some of the summer activities, and it's kind of fun to see some of the bands lighting up, and openings on several different bands down in the 2-meter and 6-meter range. So haven't had a chance to play with trying to use any of that longer distance, but definitely looking forward to it once I can spare the time and not be in the middle of another project wanting to get something done so I can actually get my radio powered back up when the bands are open. So that's it for me. Wish everyone a good evening. 7-3. This is KD9QPN, back to net control.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And yeah, you brought something to my remembrance here. As you mentioned the bands, I'm thinking it must have been, it was either Sunday or yesterday. I can't remember now. I think it might have been Sunday. I turned on and was moving around the bands, and I hit 10 meters, and lo and behold, it was up. Heard some people. I made one contact, and I switched over to 29.62 and listened to the New York repeater, and it was loud and clear for a while, the FM New York repeater. Those of you who don't know, there are repeaters on 10 meters. The 29-point range. And there was an extended conversation going on, so I didn't interrupt him. I was going to try to jump in and say hello to them, but I switched back to the 28 megahertz portion there, and I did make a contact with somebody in New Jersey, so we were open to the east. W9MWB, Whiskey 9, Mike, Whiskey Bravo. Matt, your turn.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe, and say hello to you and hello to the rest of the nets, and special thanks to Noel for that reminder about keeping your information up to date, whatnot. I do know that from jobs past that the one thing you don't do is you don't make the FCC mad, so you try to keep them happy as much as possible. Been a busy few weeks for me, and just trying to get slowed down a little bit. Ended up buying a new lawnmower over the weekend and had a chance to mow the lawn tonight. Bought one of those battery-powered lawnmowers and fired it up this evening before it started raining, and it almost sounded like I was vacuuming the yard. So got the grass cut, got that all done before the rain started, and mission accomplished there. So that's all I've got. Back to net control and Joe. This is W9MWB.
Okay, very good, Matt. Good to hear you in there, and I do understand what you mean about busy. Enjoyed the weekend. I had a good, productive weekend. I was busy, but it wasn't work busy, and today sure made up for it. I had one of those days today. Things came out of nowhere and didn't stop coming out of nowhere until I finally turned off the computer at 5:30. And I think it would have kept going if I stayed on, so I didn't want to stay on anymore. Let's see, November 9, Tango Lima Foxtrot. Paul, your turn.
This is NITLS. Good evening, Joe, and everyone on the net. Not too much to report from here. Just a little QRM in the background from the bird cage. I'm glad to hear the other station got a new lawnmower. It's always nice. We got a new one not too long ago, and one of those ZTR zero-turn radius, and we really like it. It's I don't think I'll ever go back to the old kind with the steering wheel again. Sarah really likes it too. So we'll turn it back to net, N9TLF.
Okay, very good, Paul, and say hello to the other half there from K9OPL if she's listening, or just tell her I said hello. KD9, Sierra Mike Hotel, Chris, your turn.
KD9SMH. Enjoying using the Echo Link still. Been making some contacts in England. Haven't made any more to any place else, but been enjoying that. I have a question. If somebody can answer at the end of the net. When is the field day, and where's it going to be? I didn't get a chance to go to the meeting on the net, so curious about that. KD9SMH.
Okay, very good, Chris. I don't know if we have an official on the location. I know where we were planning on, but it will be the weekend of the 26th, 27th of June. That will be the field day weekend, and we usually tend to do it on Saturday, mostly from when it starts at 2 until as late as we want. We usually don't do the all-night thing anymore. That's not to say people can't do that if they want, but probably not going to do it at our location. Let's see. N9, PUP, Greg, you're at the last of the list so far. Your turn.
Good evening, Joe, and to everyone on the net. Just been working out here in the shop today and getting some things done I needed to get done. Doing pretty good. I did Jim N9KVX brought the club club generator over, and me and him got in running, but the battery was shot, so I went yesterday and bought a battery. I'm going to put it in, get it started, make sure everything works in case you want to use it for field day. But it's safe, and it'll be ready to go if you guys need it. Other than that, that's all I have on this end, and getting ready to watch start raining a little bit, so I'm going to stay here in the shop and stay dry. Back to you, Joe, N9PB.
Very good, Greg. Good to hear you on there, my friend. You're sounding good, and thank you for working on the generator, you and Jim. I spoke to Jim not too long ago, last week sometime. I've been helping him. I programmed his DMR radio, and unfortunately had to give him the news that his Zoom spot looked like it was not breathing anymore. Or not working either. I tried to put in, he gave me a brand new SD card for it, and I programmed it on my laptop, put it in there, and nothing would happen. I took it back out, and my laptop wouldn't read that card anymore. I couldn't even reformat it, so I don't know what the Zoom spot did to it, but it seemed to fit a little bit tight. I have a feeling it was too tight, so I don't know what's wrong with it, but I got his radio programmed and working exactly the way we wanted it to, so I guess that's part of it. And in the process of doing all those things, I updated my Zoom spot, because I don't use my Zoom spot much. I've got an open spot, and that's what I usually use for my digital modes. And I had a little bit of trouble. I've just recently changed sit there for a second. I recently changed networks and routers and everything else. And initially I didn't quite have everything the way my ZoomSpot wanted it, and it wouldn't connect to my network, but I did get it to connect. So that part's good. OpenSpot never had a problem because it's wired. ZoomSpot is wireless, and it is pretty picky about the way you connect it and set it up. This is K9OPL, bottom of my current list. And this is the South Central Area Net, and we'll stand by for additional check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.
Kilo 9, Romeo, Mike Romeo, repeat, K9RMR, Randall and Rueff, Taylorsville, Bartholomew County.
KD9, RPB, Kilo Delta 9, Romeo, Papa, Bravo, Bruce, Bartholomew County.
I'll go back and start with Randall for comments.
Well, good evening, Joe, and everybody on the net. Not a whole lot going on. I got some computer problems trying to get resolved. Being a Mac owner, I had the choice of either going to Bloomington or Indianapolis, so we took it up to Bloomington, and tomorrow I'm going to find out what the damage is going to be. So as far as price, so well, I'm not looking forward to it. I definitely got to get it back because I guess I didn't really realize how much I use the computer and how much I need it until you don't have one to use on a daily basis. So aside from that, not a whole lot else going on. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening, and with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control.
Very good. Well, I'm glad you're getting it back, and mine has been doing some weird things, and I think one of the more recent Windows updates did some strange stuff to it. I don't know exactly what or why. And after a lot of experimentation and a lot of things, I was to the point where I was going to actually get a hold of the company, since it's still under warranty, and say fix it. But before I did that, I decided something popped in my mind that I remembered I've seen before, and I decided to try it. And so far, it seems like it may be working. And that is, I created a new user for the computer and basically transferred everything to that user. I left the other one there to use as an admin sign-in, but I created a regular non-admin user on the computer, which may be too much information for a lot of people, may not care, but so far it seems to have resolved a lot of the problems, but I've got to give it a few more days for I'll really know. But it certainly speeded up the startup. It had gotten to where after you logged in, it would take it 3 or 4 minutes to hit the desktop, which is not the way it normally would run. It used to run in 20, 30 seconds, which is about what it's doing now with the new user. Anyway, KD9RPB, Bruce, your turn.
This is KD9RPB. Good evening, Joe, and everyone on the net. Talking about computer problems, it kind of reminds me of a little story I had a Dell that the speakers quit working on it about 1.5 years ago, and I was tired of it and decided buy another one, and then decided to replace the battery in the one I have. And when I took it off, lo and behold, there was metal dust on the speaker cone, just made it stick to the magnet and wouldn't allow the speakers to work. So I cleaned it off, and voila, the speakers work. So I took the other computer back. So just kind of FYI. Other than that, not really did a whole lot this weekend with the radio, mowed the grass, and did the family thing over the weekend, just relaxed. So looking forward to a little slower week, and then it's off to scout camp in a week or so. So back to Net Control, KD9RPB.
All right, well, that's one of those good stories, Bruce. I like that. Yeah, we sometimes run into those situations. The strangest things can happen, and almost by accident you find a solution. This is K9OPL, once again at the bottom of the current list. This is the South Central Area Net. Stand by for additional check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.
K9SIL, Aaron, North Vernon, no comment.
Vernon, can you give me that call phonetically, please? K something.
Delta 9, Sierra, India, Lima.
Oh, Delta 9 Sierra, India, Lima, is that correct?
Correct.
Hey, well, welcome aboard. Any comments for us this evening?
Into the shack, I want to check in real fast.
Well, I got you checked in, and I thank you for being there. This is K9OPL. Any other stations would like to join us this evening? Please come now. Somebody break squelch, didn't hear any audio. Is there another one who would like to check in? Please come now. Give it one more call. Anyone else? Check in, recheck, or anything else for the net before we close. K9OPL with the South Central Area Net. Good group this evening. Thanks to Randy for setting up the link. Did not get his check in. I guess I should have written him down, but I didn't hear him come back in. This is K9OPL. Good evening, all. 73s. Have a good week. Look forward to next week. 73s for now. This is K9OPL. Closing net. Returning repeater to normal amateur operation.
Tonight, Joe. I just wanted to make sure we had all of our kinks worked out and that the Edinburgh reviewer, make sure everything was going well with that. So appreciate that. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the link now.
Okay. Well, since you did speak up, I'm going to put you on the list. KB9EFN. To make sure the equipment's working and linking. 73 is K9OPL.
K9OPL and 9PUP.
And 9PUP, go ahead, Greg.
Jim told me you reprogrammed his radio. If you have time, could you do mine?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. We'll just have to get it to me, or get Jim to get it to me, however you want to work that out. And we can talk about what you'd like me to do. I basically made Jim's look like mine, but yeah, we can have that conversation. I'll be glad to do that.
I can bring it to you probably early next week. I'm going to be pretty tied up this weekend, and this week and weekend, but sometime next week, if we can get together, I can bring it to you.
Okay, not a problem. Whenever you have a time, want to bring it over to me. I don't know if you have my number, but I'll have to look and see if I have yours. Anyway, we'll get in touch, and we'll get together, and I'll take it from you and keep it for a week or whatever I would, depending on my time, and I'll get it done for you.
Okay, I'll get with you next week then, early Monday or Tuesday, and we'll see what we can get done. So, appreciate it, and you have a good evening. N9PUP.
N9PUP, K9OPL.